up everyone and welcome back to my channel. As I mentioned from my previous episode, in this video we will be making Gaufres Revisitées. So gaufre is actually waffle in French, and then revisité is like how we change it into something better or something new. In this episode, the difficulty level is medium. So if you like some challenge in your kitchen, this is the best recipe you can try to impress your friends, family, and even yourself. To recap again, this is my 2024 baking challenge where I challenge myself to bake every single recipe in my cookbook. Right over here, the winner of the Meilleur Pâtissier 2023, Julia. And some enlightenment that I am not a trained baker, I'm a home baker. I am self-taught, and most of the skills that I learn are from the cookbook itself and some other YouTube videos and some cooking program that I watch in the TV. So we are learning this together and we are rediscovering our talent to make something from what we see into something that we can. And a recap, this is what we will be doing, how it looks like. It's elegant yet simple, and also I bet it's very tasty. Actually, I have already prepared some of the ingredients. I made it a day earlier because two of the ingredients we need to wait for 4 hours and 6 hours. So that's why I made it a day earlier. You can do this on the same day if you have plenty of time. Also, just to let everyone know, I will put the ingredients recap at the end of the baking so that you will be able to take a screenshot or just pause this video so that you can see what are the ingredients needed and you can make it on your own or even share with your friends and family. So without further ado, no more talking, let's get on with the baking. This is the first thing that I have prepared, which is the Confit Fraise. Confit Fraise is a strawberry confit. The first thing we need to do for our strawberry confit is to just mix the pectine and the sugar together, and then in the meantime you can start to heat up the saucepan, add in the cut strawberries along with the lemon juice, cook it up, and once it's cooked, turn off the heat or just remove it from the heat, add in the sugar mixed with the pectin, keep on stirring it and place it back on top of the heat to boil for another 10 seconds. Once it's boiled, take it out from the heat, and then we are going to transfer this into the mold, the silicone mold. Each of the silicone mold we are going to pour around 1.5 centimeters or half of the mold. Once we pour all of this in the mold, we are going to put in the balance of the 50 gram of our strawberries on the confit itself, and we are going to leave it in the fridge for at least 4 hours. Once we reach at 4 hours, we are going to take it out from the fridge, take it out from the silicone mold, and cut it into half like this, and we are going to reserve it again back into the fridge. And I also prepared the mousse chocolat, the chocolate mousse, which is one of the easiest chocolate mousse that I have made so far. There's no white egg, so that is what makes it much more easier, I think, and tasty too. So here are the ingredients. So the first thing we need to do to prepare our chocolate mousse is to rehydrate our gelatin with the cold water. Stir it together and then leave it aside to rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. And during this time, while waiting our gelatin to rehydrate, we are going to beat our whipping cream until we obtain like a mousse-like texture, not until a cream texture. And once we achieve this mousse texture from the whipping cream, we are going to keep it back in our fridge. For our chocolates, we are going to melt it in the microwave using a low power. And in the same time as well, heat the milk in the saucepan until it's boiling. And once it started to boil, remove it from the heat, and we are going to add this in 3 batches into the melted chocolate until everything is well incorporated. And once everything is all mixed, we are going to add the rehydrated gelatin. this is the time where we are going to use our cream mousse texture. Take it out from the fridge, add the chocolate into the cream and mix it gently using the folding method with the spatula. Once the mousse is well mixed together, we are going to add this inside the silicone mold until half of the mold. After that, remember our strawberry confit. So the strawberry confit, we will put it in the middle of the mousse. Then again, we are gonna add the mousse on top of the strawberry confit just to cover it up. And of course, we are going to put this in the fridge for 6 hours. The next thing we need to do is the glaçage rocher. So I have already made a glaçage rocher from my episode 3, the marble cake. You can check out how I made the glaçage rocher right over there. I will link it right here, and I will also link at the end of my video, so it will be easier for you to find, and in my description box as well. So here is the glaçage rocher that I have already prepared. So since this is already prepared, we are gonna start our assembly now. Here I already prepared my cooling rack actually, together with the plate at the bottom, so that it can help us to catch when we pour the glaçage rocher on top of our mousse cake. And here I already take out my mousse, so we are going to remove it from the mold. But since our wafer is smaller than our mousse right over here, so I'm going to trim my mousse until it is slightly close to the measurement of my wafer right over here. And I think it's best if I cut it while it's still inside the mold and just take it out without breaking it while it's on the rack itself. As you can see right over here that my mousse already melted, but since we are going to pour the glaçage rocher on top of it, then I'm not too worried about it. I will just reshape the mousse again and put it back in the freezer and leave it to rest for another few minutes before I pour the glaçage rocher on top of it. So here I already take out the mousse from the freezer, and apparently it's solid enough for us to pour the glaçage rocher. And according to the book, we need to pour the glaçage rocher when the glaçage is at 30 to 32 degrees. So mine is at the right temperature. I'm gonna pour it quickly before my mousse started to melt again. And to that, I'm just going to keep it back inside the freezer for another 2 to 3 hours just to let it fully set before we go for the decoration. Decorating is my favorite part among all of the baking steps because we get to decorate, making it more appetizing, and we almost reach to the end of it when we can eat and enjoy the cake already. So let's get to preparing the chantilly first. And since you guys have been watching until this stage, don't forget to click the subscribe button if you like to see more of my episode here. And you can also go to my playlist 2024 Baking Challenge to watch more of this baking. Okay, let's continue with the preparation. So to prepare this chantilly, I have already prepared these ingredients. Making chantilly is the easiest part of this recipe and also one of the tastiest. So what we need to do is to take our whipping cream into a bowl. I suggest to use a glass bowl so that you will retain the temperature of the cream when we beat it, and it will help us to get the best texture of the cream, which is soft but at the same time firm enough for us to pipe on top of our cake. So right here, I have already prepared in a bigger bowl of our chantilly so that we don't have to transfer it again. And then we are going to use the hand mixer just to beat at a medium level first and slowly adding the icing sugar little by little until all of the sugar is finished. And be careful not to overbeat the cream because it will turn into a butter. So when we are about to reach at the cream texture, lower down the speed into 1 and then eye on the texture and stop when we already reach at the chantilly texture. And so that we are going to transfer this cream into a piping bag, and I am using this tip for our piping. just so we can make it prettier when we pipe on top of our Gaufres Revisitées. So once we transfer this into the piping bag, we can leave it aside first, maybe keep it back in the fridge first while we assemble the wafer together with the chocolate mousse. And I also have prepared this strawberry that I cut into 4 sections to add it onto our chantilly for decoration. I also prepared some gold leaves and also some lemon zest for added texture and flavor of the Gaufres Revisitées. That's the final result of our Gaufres Revisitées, remade of the wafer snacks. I would grade this for B-. It's actually much more harder than how I thought it will be. Perhaps the temperature is not really suitable with this kind of cake because currently Singapore is at most a very, very hot temperature, even though I put the aircon on, but I guess that won't help much. But if you would like to make this recipe, I will put the ingredients recap right over here so you can have a look at it and maybe pause this video first to take a screenshot or take a picture of the ingredients. And of course, we are going to try this cake. Let's cut it right now. As much as I would say that it's difficult to make, but the taste is sublime. The taste is beautiful. It's like when you eat Magnum ice cream. That's how it tastes like, because the glaçage rocher just had the nuts and also the crunch when you took a bite from it, and then the inside of the mousse is like the ice cream itself, and it's nice when it's eaten cold. When you put everything together with the taste of the strawberry confit, it's just perfect, because the strawberry confit is slightly tangy and then it plays together well with the chocolate, and with the wafer it adds crunch in every bite and you just never feel bored eating this. This cake is very dangerous. You won't be able to stop from eating this cake. And we have reached the end of this episode. I'm really happy everyone out there is joining me every Wednesday, and I can't wait to make the next episode, which is mac animal. So it's actually a macaron animal. It's made in the shape of escargot, snail. So this one will be a challenge again, because I did macaron before, but then it's my first and second trial was quite bad. So the third time I did, and I know the tips to make the perfect macaron is there, so I hope I can reapply it again during my episode on the episode 14 of Mac Animal. So we are gonna close the episode right over here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Truly appreciate for joining me every episode until the episode 13 right now, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and also click the like button. Share this video with everyone who love to watch baking show or even try this recipe.
Challenge them to bake this difficult recipe that even I find it so challenging to make.
Yet persistency brought you until the end and giving you a beautiful result that makes your mouth even happier. And if you're still watching, on to the next episode.